Hello, my dear students. Welcome again to English Shadow Talk, the place where you can learn English naturally, without fear, without pressure, and with the confidence that every mistake you make is simply a part of your journey. Today, we are going to walk together into the world of school. Think of this lesson as if you were really there, inside a school building, walking through the halls, talking to classmates, speaking with teachers, joining activities, and experiencing the life of a student all in English. I want you to imagine the sounds, the sights, and the feelings, because the more you imagine and speak along, the more your English becomes alive. Many of you are learning English because you want to be ready in real situations, and school is one of the most common places where English conversations happen. It could be in the classroom, at the library, in the cafeteria, on the playground, or even when you are talking to your teacher about homework or exams. In this practice, you will learn the useful sentences, the natural expressions, and the confidence to speak in school situations. Now imagine yourself arriving at school early in the morning. The school gate is open, students are walking inside, and you meet your friend near the entrance. Your friend says, "Good morning. Did you finish the homework last night?" And you reply, "Yes, I did. It was a little difficult, but I managed to finish it." Already here you see a natural conversation, greeting, asking about homework, and responding with confidence. If you want to make your answer longer, you can say, "Yes, I finished it, but I had some trouble with number 3. Did you understand that one?" By turning your answer into a question, you keep the conversation alive. This is an important skill. When you speak English in school, don't just answer yes or no. Try to add something more, like an opinion, an explanation, or a question back. That is how you sound natural and confident. As you walk together down the hallway, you might meet other classmates. Someone may ask, "Hey, did you study for the quiz today?" You can answer, "Yes, I reviewed last night. I think I'm ready." Or, "Not really, I forgot about it, but I will do my best." In English conversations at school, you often talk about lessons, assignments, or exams. Practice sentences like, "What page are we supposed to read?" "Do you have an extra pen?" "Can I borrow your notebook?" These are simple, but they are powerful tools because they are used daily. Repeat after me. "Can I borrow your notebook?" "Do you have an extra pen?" "What page are we supposed to read?" Every time you say them, your tongue becomes faster, your confidence becomes stronger, and your English becomes smoother. Now let's imagine stepping into the classroom. The teacher is already there, standing near the board, greeting the students. The teacher says, "Good morning, everyone." The students reply, "Good morning, teacher." The teacher asks, "How are you today?" You can answer, "I'm fine, thank you." "How about you?" Or, "I'm a little tired today, but I'm ready to learn." Notice how these are not robotic answers. They show your feeling and keep the exchange real. If the teacher asks a question about the lesson, like, "Who can give me the answer to number 4?" and you raise your hand and say, "The answer is," that is a practice of confidence. Even if you make mistakes, it's fine. Remember, here in English Shadow Talk, We celebrate mistakes because they mean you are learning. During the lesson, you may need to ask for clarification. For example, if the teacher explains something and you don't understand, you can say politely, "Excuse me, could you explain that again?" Or, "I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat, please?" These phrases are golden. They show respect, they show courage, and they help you get the knowledge you need. Practice with me. Could you explain that again? I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat, please? Feel how polite and confident they sound. You don't need to hide your confusion, because asking questions in English is a sign of strength, not weakness. Now, let's walk into the school library. You enter quietly, because libraries are places of study. You see a librarian at the desk and you ask, "Excuse me, where can I find books about history?" The librarian replies, "They're on the second floor, in the history section." You answer, "Thank you very much." Or, if you are looking for something specific, you can say, "Do you have any books about the American Revolution? Could you recommend a good book on science?" These are useful phrases not only in school but in life. Whenever you are in a library, bookstore, or even online learning platform, you can use them. Repeat them now. "Excuse me, where can I find books about history? Do you have any books about the American Revolution? Could you recommend a good book on science?" Each phrase trains your mouth to flow naturally. Then you sit down with your classmate in the library. You start working together on a project. You say, "Let's divide the work. I will write the introduction, and you can work on the conclusion." Your classmate replies, "Okay, that sounds fair." You continue, "Do you want to meet again tomorrow to finish this?" Your classmate says, "Yes, let's meet after class." These are real teamwork phrases. In school, much of your English comes from collaboration. If you only study alone, your English remains silent, but when you share work, ask opinions, and discuss ideas, your English grows alive. Practice these with me. Let's divide the work. That sounds fair. Do you want to meet again tomorrow? Yes, let's meet after class. Now, let's leave the library and walk to the cafeteria. It's lunchtime, and the smell of food is everywhere. You line up with your tray. The cashier asks, "What would you like today?" You reply, "I'd like a sandwich and an apple juice, please." The cashier says, "That will be $3. You give the money and say, "Here you go." "Thank you." The cashier replies, "You're welcome." Simple, natural, polite exchanges like these make you sound fluent. You sit down at the table with your friends. One friend asks, "Do you want to share this pizza?" You say, "Sure, thank you." Another friend says, "Can you pass me the salt?" You reply, "Here you go." You ask, "How's your day so far?" They reply, "Pretty good. The math class was tough, though." You answer, "Yes, I agree. I found it difficult too." Do you see how easy it is to build conversations? Start with food, add feelings, share experiences, and you have natural school conversations. Practice now. I'd like a sandwich and an apple juice, please. Here you go. How's your day so far? The math class was tough. I agree. I found it difficult too. Later in the day, you go outside to the playground during a break. Friends are playing basketball. Someone asks, "Do you want to join us?" You say, "Yes, I'd love to." Another asks, "Which team do you want to be on?" You reply, "I'll join your team." During the game, you use phrases like, "Pass me the ball." "Nice shot." "Good game." These expressions bring energy and positivity. Even in sports, English can be practiced naturally. Practice after me. Do you want to join us? I'll join your team. Pass me the ball. Nice shot. Good game. When you learn English, it doesn't always have to be serious study. It can be fun, lively, and full of movement. At the end of the school day, you meet your teacher to ask about homework. You say, "Excuse me, could you tell me what we need to do for homework?" The teacher replies, "Please read chapter 5 and answer the questions at the end." You say, "Got it, thank you very much." If you are unsure, you can ask, "When is the homework due?" The teacher answers, "It's due on Friday." You reply, "Thank you. I will make sure to finish it." These small exchanges show respect, responsibility, and confidence. Practice. Could you tell me what we need to do for homework? When is it due? Got it. Thank you very much. I will make sure to finish it. And now, imagine walking home from school with your friends. You chat casually. One says, "What are you going to do after school?" You reply, "I'm going to study for tomorrow's test." Another says, "I'm going to play football." You say, "That sounds fun. Good luck with your game." Conversations like these are light, friendly, and natural. Practice now. What are you going to do after school? I'm going to study. I'm going to play football. That sounds fun. My dear students, you can see how many opportunities there are to practice English in school scenarios, in the classroom, in the library, in the cafeteria, on the playground, with teachers, with friends, with staff. The key is to be brave, to speak, to ask, to share, and to respond. Do not worry if your grammar is not perfect. Do not fear if your words are not exact. What matters is that you open your mouth and speak, because every word you say is one step closer to fluency. If you practice these sentences daily, if you repeat them with confidence, you will soon find that English becomes a natural part of your school life. Congratulations, you have completed this lesson on school scenarios. Remember, practice with your own voice. Repeat the sentences, imagine the situations, and live the conversations in your mind and in your daily practice. You are not just memorizing words, you are building the courage to use them in real life. I am proud of you, and I am with you in this journey. Keep speaking, keep learning, and never give up. Thank you for being with me today, and I will see you in the next English Shadow Talk lesson.